I am Rudy Kamera. I will tell you very briefly what happened to the merger of two big European motor companies, BMW from Germany and the British Rover Group. It started in 1994, went quickly into crisis and was abruptly dissolved in the year 2000. By this time, BMW-Rover was losing £2 million every day. This costly failure has been studied by academics and journalists ever since, and many have mentioned the difficult circumstances in view of which this merger had little chance to succeed, such as unfavorable exchange rates, car sales going down all over Europe at the time, old-fashioned and hardly used Rover construction sites, or controversial discussions within BMW's top management about future product lines, and more issues of this kind. It would not be right, of course, to point at one single reason why the BMW-Rover merger failed. But one document, which has rarely been quoted, seems especially interesting in this context. Only a few months before separation, BMW's internal group training and development had interviewed a large group of German managers plus some of their British colleagues and asked them why they thought things were going wrong. The document was entitled "The Differences Were Greater Than We Had Expected" and suggested an interesting insight into the real reasons for failure. Here are some typical statements documented by BMW. These are some of the things the German managers said. Can you say in your own words what the German managers meant to say? Have you ever experienced anything like this yourself? And can you perhaps give an example? These are some of the things the British co-workers said. Once again, can you say in your own words what the British managers meant to say? Can you explain, for example, what the first sentence might mean? Note that not one of the comments documented by BMW mentioned things like management mistakes, technical problems, poor marketing strategies, or anything along these lines. Instead, practically all the managers interviewed mentioned difficulties in understanding one another. English as a language did not seem to be a problem, but a major reason for failure seemed the difficulties in building trust. This is what this course is about. Learning how to establish trustful relationships with people from different cultural backgrounds, while speaking and writing international English. You will find that correct grammar is not the first and most important thing about language in general. Instead, other things will play a much more important role. These are, in short, firstly, knowledge about country specifics and cultures in general. Secondly, openness to other ways of thinking, feeling and behavior. And thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, communicative skills in English, which allow you to deal with potentially difficult situations in a way that does not run the risk of destroying a positive and trustful relationship.